Coming up is a 30-minute leg and booty burner with weights. You'll be going slow and heavy to really maximize muscle gains in your booty and thighs. Grab moderate to heavy weights, a mat, and a sturdy chair or stool. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, let's get started with a warm-up. Let's bring those feet shoulder distance apart. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, let it go. Again, one more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, let it go. Let's go into some wide squats. So heels in, toes out, feet outside shoulder distance. Drop that booty down and squeeze up. Now in this workout, like I said, we're gonna go slow and long to really maximize your muscle gains, which also allows you to lift a little bit heavier than normal. So in my workouts, I really want you, especially in this one, to go nice and strong, trying to lift as heavy as you can. We have 2 blocks of work. Each block has 4 exercises. We're gonna be doing 2 rounds of 60 seconds on the clock with a 30-second break in between. Let's go into some good mornings. So feet shoulder distance, parallel those toes, hands behind the ears, elbows wide. Hinge from those hips, send the booty back. Feel the hamstrings and the glutes stretch out as you press the booty behind you, keeping that posture nice and tall. Because we have a lot of recovery on the other side of each exercise, that really allows you to really maximize the weights that you're gonna be using. And you can always pause the video whenever you need to if you need some extra recovery. If you're going pretty heavy, you actually do need more recovery on the other side of it. So feel free to use that. Let's go one more here and rest. From here, dynamic lateral lunges. Feet again, nice and wide, toes parallel. Go ahead and bend into one leg, push the hips forward in between, and then send those hips back on the lunge. Bend nice and deeply into that leg. The other leg stays nice and straight to really stretch out those inner thighs. And you can see that I have a stool right behind me, my handy dandy IKEA stool that I've had since college. Yes, I still have it, and yes, it still works. And it has been my trusty sidekick. We're gonna go into reverse lunges. So feel free to grab a stool that you have laying around the house. You can use a bench, you can use a chair, something with elevation. That's really all that matters to me. And if you want the move harder when we get to the moves that we're gonna use with the stool, you can simply find a higher elevated surface. Just make sure that it's sturdy and that it doesn't slip and slide anywhere. Let's go 2 more here. And last one, and rest. And then from here, we're gonna go into single leg deadlift. So I'm gonna stay side profile for this one. You're gonna hinge from those hips, find your balance as you topple over, keeping that back nice and tall. And if you fall over, that's okay. Connect to your core. Bring that belly button into your spine here. Let's go 2 more. Losing my balance in this warm up. Gotta focus. And rest. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into our first exercise, which is gonna be a tempo sumo squat. Again, 1 minute each move. So without weights, just to show you the exercise, heels in, toes out. We go tempo style. So 3 counts down, 1 count up. I really want you to focus on that downward motion. You can go as heavy as you'd like. I'm gonna go a little crazy here. I'm gonna grab my 220s. We have 1 minute of work. We take off in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So down, 2, 3, up 1. Now, because my dumbbells are really heavy and big, I have a slight lean forward with my torso. You can do the same exact thing. You'll actually get more glute activation with a slight lean forward of your upper body. Now make sure that your knees are in line with your toes and you're trying to go as low as you can. You're driving into your heels. You're sending your hips back. Whew. Getting into our major glute muscles, quads. Core is also on. Pressing that belly button into your spine. Couple more. And let's go last one. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Set those down. Okay, 30 seconds before our next exercise, I'll show you without the weights first. So we're gonna go single leg deadlift into a curtsy. So dumbbells are here. You're gonna topple from the hips, flat back position, and then with that same foot that's hovering, you're gonna step to the back corner for a curtsy lunge, all right? I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on this one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So hinge, single leg deadlift, step to the back corner, curtsy. Now, all of the work is actually happening in the leg that's not moving. So your standing leg, you'll feel your glutes, hamstrings, inner and outer thighs in this exercise. In that single leg deadlift, the dumbbells come to about mid-shin. So don't go all the way to the ankles. You still wanna keep that upper body nice and proud. Sometimes when you reach all the way to the ankles, you start to lose your posture. So we want to avoid that. And if you have any knee issues, you can just do a reverse lunge straight back behind you. And rest, good. Shake it out. Nice, okay, so we already know what we're gonna be doing on the other side. I'm gonna just move the stool so it's not in my way. We have that single leg deadlift again, and then we'll go into that curtsy. I wanna make sure my dumbbells are not in my way for this. All right, make sure you stay balanced, same weights. Here we go, plant that foot. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hinge. Tap the toe to stabilize, curtsy. Now in that curtsy lunge, watch that front knee. Make sure it's behind the toe. Also, something that I want you to think about too is keep those hips square to the floor in that single leg deadlift. Oftentimes, I know my dancers out there, you like to turn out the hip like this, right? We actually want to keep that toe pointed down, square off the hips. You're gonna feel a lot more tension in your hamstrings and your glutes. Couple more seconds. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, drop those weights. Shake it out. Next exercise, alternating lateral lunges. We already did this in the warm-up. So feet about shoulder distance. You're gonna come down, frame the shin with your dumbbells, come back up, and switch sides, okay? We'll be here for 10 seconds. I'll grab my more moderate weights. And remember, keep in mind, you have a second round doing these exercises. We go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you wanna step up your weights in the second round, you can. If you need to drop down in weight, you can. But the goal at the end of the day is to really maximize muscle gain. So going heavy while you focus on really good quality form. So drive into the heel as you come back to center. Your chest is still open and your shoulders are back at the bottom of your lunge. Good work. Got about 15 seconds here. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right, so we're gonna go back to the very top, starting with that tempo sumo squat. So this is probably the move where you really wanna go as heavy as you can. because all the other moves just require like more single leg stuff. This, you got two strong legs and a booty. So let's use it. Okay, here we go. Tempo style, 3 counts down, 1 count up, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down, 2, 3, up, 1. Squeeze. You're going as low as you can, okay? Now, because my upper body is angled slightly forward, that means my eyes are actually looking down too, because I'm keeping my neck aligned with my spine. So I'm not looking at you as much, so you do the same. All right, heart rate should be coming up, right? Because you're going heavy, requires a lot of energy. Couple more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right. So, next, single leg deadlift with the curtsy. Now, a couple options here. You can just grab like one of your heavy dumbbells and do it like this, or 2 moderates, your call. All right, 1 foot planted, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step it back. Try to drive that knee as low as you can. Maybe even tap the floor. It's hard because like when you take a few days off of working out and you go back into a leg day, the next 2 days are brutal. I experienced that. I took a few weeks off, I'm not gonna lie. Took a few weeks off, not really pushing as hard in my workouts, and then I did a lower body workout. It was so hard to sit on the couch and sit on the toilet without like grimacing in pain. So, all that to say, stay consistent in your workouts and you'll be less sore because your body's used to it and time. Good. But the good news about that is typically if you take a break, you don't lose your muscle too quickly. So you can relatively get right back to where you left off. So, let's get back into it, other side. Same weights, plant the foot. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whew. So I've been watching the Olympics. Gosh, those athletes just inspire me. I'm like, I need to step it up in my fitness game because these people are crazy talented, so inspiring, right? What's the girl's name? Sydney, the track star, doing the hurdles. Man, I'm just like so impressed not only by their talent, but by their physique, like just such beautiful bodies. And it's so cool how each body looks different depending on the sport that they do, right? Those track stars really have such powerful glutes, especially those sprinters. And it's not like they're running all the time, they're actually doing strength training just like this. And rest. Good, we'll go into those lateral lunges, right? So even if your sport isn't running, you have to make sure that you build some strength to be able to blast off those foot plates in the very beginning of the track and have the power to run a 100 or 200 or 400 meter dash without bonking out, right? So that's why strength training is so important. Let's go ahead, lateral lunge. So just realize, you know, yes, we're working out and building strength, but this actually helps you in other ways in life. If you ever have to sprint for a plane in a layover, or you want to sprint and chase your kids, right? Building strong glutes, building strong legs allows you to do that. That's what I think is so inspiring and motivating to show up each and every day, because it helps us live better lives. And while we may never become Olympians in our lifetime, we can be the best versions of ourselves in our own little worlds. We can be a better mom, we can be a better friend, athlete in our own little communities. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. You have finished block number 1. Grab a sip of water, towel down. 1 minute break here. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into block number 2, so we're changing up the exercises, starting with a Bulgarian lunge. This is where we're gonna whip out the stool, chair, or bench that you have. Again, make sure it's sturdy. I will show you without the weight because it's brutal. So I wanna save my reps. You're gonna have 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. You're gonna slightly hinge forward. You're gonna come down just like you're doing a regular lunge. When you do come down, just make sure this knee is not passing the toe. So you wanna make sure this knee is coming back, and you wanna drive through the heel to stand back up, okay? I'm gonna grab my moderate weights for this one. Here we go. So step far enough forward. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down and up. So I would say maybe 70% of your body weight is in the front leg, 30% in the back leg. You're gonna really feel this in that standing glute. Your eyes may be slightly angled down towards the floor. Getting very deep into those booty muscles on the left side. Now this is one of those moves where you really want to work your way up. So feel free to go body weight first, which is hard enough. And then you can go into your lighter weights and then eventually some heavier weights. Oh yeah, this is where the sweat is pouring for me. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, shake that out. All right, so we're gonna go other side, just like that. Same thing, make sure that your feet are not on the same line, okay? So make sure they're at least hip distance apart. That's gonna give you better balance. So if you're having trouble with your balance, widen out your stance between the legs. That will give you a bigger base of support. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, stand back up. Now you see the direct pathway of your knee going down, so make sure it's pointing in the same line as your toes. This is like the move that everyone hates in the fitness industry because it's so dang hard. You got it. Couple more seconds. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! Okay, let me show you the next exercise. You're gonna go into a tempo wide stance RDL. So feet are a little outside shoulder distance, soft knees, hinge from those hips, booty sticks out, come back up. Tempo style means 3 counts down, 1 count up. I'm gonna go with my heavier ones. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down, 2, 3, up 1. Again, dumbbells come to about mid-shin, nothing more. Exhale on the way up. I'll show you side profile. Flat back. Dumbbells stay nice and close. Tempo just gives you more time under tension, which can help build more muscle. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Okay, last move in this block. We're gonna go into glute bridges, and you're gonna have your feet on the bench, stool, or chair, and one dumbbell on top of your hips. Okay, so heels down, your hips are close. One heavy dumbbell, drive it up, come down. Here we go. Time starts now. Drive it up, slowly release. You're gonna feel this all along your hamstrings, all along the glutes. Now your goal is to use your booty, not your back. So my back is in a neutral position. I'm slowly coming down with control. Oh yeah. One of my favorite exercises is the glute bridge. You really can go heavy in this exercise. I like to use those hip thrust machines in the gym to really pack on the plates, because you can go heavier than you think. But since we're working out from home, this is what we got. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's go to the top of block 2, starting with your Bulgarian lunges. I am nice and sweaty. That's what happens on leg day. Okay, 2 moderates or 1 heavy dumbbell. Your call. I'll stick to my 2 moderates. Find your balance. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try to go a little bit lower this time. Something that also happens if you haven't done leg day in a while is your legs start to tremble. Whew. People think you burn more calories during cardio. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you do more strength training, you actually burn more calories in total, because more muscle in the body equals more calorie burn throughout the day. So even though a cardio workout might burn more calories on your Apple Watch or your Fitbit, the calorie burn stops right after the cardio workout is done. With strength training, the calorie burn continues long after the workout. Rest. So, want to bust that myth for you. So if you want to burn more calories in general, do more strength training. It's a secret. It's a secret to success. See, I used to do cardio all the time because I wanted to burn as many calories as I could, but little did I know that strength training is actually the answer to do that. Here we go. Time starts now. People with more muscle on the body, they're able to kind of get away with more things with their nutrition, because if they eat maybe not so good, their body is utilizing those extra food and calories better than someone who doesn't have muscle on the body. So the utilization is much more efficient. That's why you see like really strong macho men eating a burger and they still have a six-pack, it's because their body uses it so well. So another benefit to strength training. Whew, losing my balance here, gotta focus. Let's go one more. And rest. Good. All right, we're gonna go into your tempo wide stance RDL. So again, just like the tempo sumo squat in block 1, this is where you wanna use your heaviest weight because you got 2 legs, powerful glutes to do this move. The other moves require single leg stuff, so you can't carry as much. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, press. I want you to think of this like a standing hip bridge, like what we were doing on the floor. So imagine where our hips are coming down to the mat and then they're thrusting forward, right? Down to the mat, thrust forward. I hope that helps you feel your glute muscles more. Sometimes people don't feel the muscles in a deadlift, and I get that. I get that. So just think, press forward, thrust forward. All right, feeling this for sure. Couple more seconds. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, head down to the floor. Hip bridge, hip thrust, whatever you want to call it. Okay, keep the chair, bench, stool as close as you can to your booty. Come on down. Heels down, toes up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and slow. You can really pack on the weight on this one. If you want to do 2 weights, you can. I'm just doing 1 because it's a little bit easier to manage. You can also do 2 dumbbells like on your hip bones and lay them vertically like this. 2 heavy weights. So your call. If you're going heavy, you're doing some slow reps. Having our feet on a stool helps create bigger range of motion, so you're gonna just feel more work in general. You got 10 seconds. You have 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, amazing job. You made it. Lower body leg day is done. Make sure that you stretch. Make sure to stretch those muscles out because if you haven't done a leg day in a while, you are going to feel this. I hope you had a good workout. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. Like this video. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified every single time I post a new workout video. And if you need extra help on your fitness journey, check out my freebies down below in the description. I would be forever grateful for you to join our community and get all my extra goodies. So as always, claim your crown, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.